Hello, I'm Nathan.
And I'm Jody, and this is Word on the Web.
All right. Well, today we're talking about mental health.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. So,
What's your question?
right. There's a program specifically dedicated to the mental well-being, mental health of guests. Can you tell our viewers, can you tell the world a little bit about that program and how it started?
Yeah. So it started because we saw a group of people that were staying with us, and they were outside all day, and they'd come back exhausted, and their mental health was not in good shape. We couldn't get them to engage with case management or anything like that. And I had spent some time with my father, who had, as you know, I lost my dad to mental health, and realized that, well, how are they ever going to get better if we keep sending them out all day long and then expect to see something different when they come back in?
Right.
And so I met with some of our staff to see if we could create some sort of mental health program. And the idea really was, what if we brought our 12 most chronically homeless guests in and gave them a safe place to be 7 days a week for 30 days? No expectations, not a whole lot of programming, but just assured they knew that during the day they could take a nap. They could have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All their meals would be managed. We would do dream boards. We would do circle groups where we would talk. And then we'd evaluate after 30 days to see what more we could do.
Okay.
And so we did it. We invited what we considered at that time our 12 most chronically homeless guests who were really deep in their mental health. And we brought them in. We told them, this is what you got to do. And within 3 days, we saw such a dramatic difference. We saw it when we did the dream boards. Dream boards are where you get magazines and you cut out different pictures about your hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
And they could start thinking about that. And they even said it. They're like,
after 3 days, you just said, right?
3 days.
Okay.
Because they had 3 days of being inside.
Stability.
And they took naps every day. Sleep was one of our number one priorities for them.
The
ability to rest.
Yeah.
And for them not to feel like they had to get up in the morning and get out onto the street and
face the uncertainty of whatever that day was going to.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So 3 days you saw that. But then in 2 weeks, it was such an incredible thing. We started to have real conversations develop within this support group where people circled up, and Nikki Vogel, she is the director of Project Wellbeing, and she has been there since the beginning. And she and I were the ones who got to witness this first. And it was like that movie Awakenings, where someone's been in a coma forever. You saw them become their own person again, and their personalities were revealed, and they started to ask for help.
That's really powerful.
It was incredible. It was heartbreaking.
Wow.
And amazing at the same time, because they had just been so forgotten.
Yeah.
We just allowed the system to permit us to in the morning leave.
Yeah.
And at night come back.
Yeah. The basic shelter sort of expectation, right?
That's what we
sleep here, leave in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the consequences are it makes the work harder for the staff, and it makes it harder for the guests that we
Go
serve.
out into the world, the uncertainty of the day, the wild world, and then come back, and we expect everyone to be all
ready
put
to
together.
Go. Yeah, exactly. Let's work on your housing plan.
Right.
Yeah. And
No
so
wonder. Okay.
So when you look at Project Wellbeing and now what it's become, it's a community partnership. We have counselors who come into the shelter to do counseling. We have the brilliant Janet Kaufman, who does anger management, who comes in and teaches us about the grunt meter. We have art therapy. So it started as just creating safe space. And today it is like a university of well-being.
That's amazing. All right. So can you tell us what happened? Where are the first 12?
Well, amazingly, the first 12 no longer live within our shelter system.
Okay.
They were able to overcome. A couple people moved from well-being into our recovery program because there's often a dual diagnosis.
Right.
But that well-being allowed them to admit and want to address their sobriety issues. And they moved over, and we kind of do like the combo programming between well-being and recovery, because oftentimes you'll see the two meet.
Yeah.
But those 12, none of them live within our shelter system any longer. Some were employed, some moved to appropriate supportive housing because they were chronically homeless.
Right.
But everyone had an outcome that inspired us to like put a lot of energy into our mental health program at Interfaith Sanctuary.
Love it. So a positive outcome.
I mean,
Love it.
absolutely.
All right. So then I have to ask, what does this look like, or what will this look like in the new reimagined State Street shelter?
Yeah. So as you know, it's designed as a campus. And so there are permanent classrooms for each of our programs.
Okay.
And so Project Wellbeing has this very long community classroom that is an entire wall of windows where light pours in, where, as you know, in this building, there ain't no windows.
Right.
And it will be a permanent place for your well-being, but it will also be home to the Homeless Art Collective, Word on the Street, the newspaper,
Okay.
community outreach, and all kinds of like projects coming in.
Enriching.
With this
projects.
much bigger space where we can serve far more people than we can serve currently in this particular location. So the idea is more access.
Which means more positive outcomes.
Yes, absolutely.
That's amazing.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's a wrap for this episode of Word on the Web. Please remember, you can submit questions by email at wordontheweb@interfaithsanctuary.org.
And there is no bad questions. Send your questions.
Send them all.
That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Like, we want to hear from you what you want to know more about, and then we'll tell you on Word on the Web.
Okay. And that's it for this time.
Bye.
Bye.